Hi everybody, it's your Digital Falcon, Dr. Fidelio, and in this video I'm going to show you how to archive a Google Classroom. So if you are starting to see that your gradebook is getting a little bit hard to navigate and you're having to scroll all the way to the right to see all the different assignments that you're having your students do, and maybe you're hearing some parents and guardians say there's a lot of content on the Google Classroom for my child. We are coming to the end of the 9 weeks, so this is a perfect time to archive your Google Class. This is not mandatory, but it's a great option and it could be a best practice for you. So to do that, you're going to go to your classroom.google.com area, or if you're on the app launcher, you'll just click on Classroom and you'll be taken to the same landing page. From here, you'll scroll down to the class that you want to archive. And so in my case, I'm going to scroll down to Dr. Fidelio's film class. And as you can see, there's the more options, 3 little dots that are right there. I also like to call them the snowman. So you'll click on the snowman just once, and then you'll archive the class. Okay, so the cool thing about this is that when you archive the class, the entire class gets pushed into a separate section. In that section, you're able to still have access to those assignments, those posts, and all that information that's on that class. So you can reuse it for the next class. So if I'm going to archive it, I'm going to archive it here. It will tell you that archiving a class causes it to be archived for all participants. Archived classes can't be modified by teachers or students unless they are restored. This class will move to your archived classes. Class files will remain in the Google Drive. So 2 very important things there is that archived classes, like it mentions there in the second sentence, is it cannot be modified by teachers or students. So if you have co-teachers in your Google Classroom, they won't have access to modify it. Only the main teacher that's on that class or in that classroom can restore that Google Classroom. Now, part of restoring it just brings it back out into the Google Classroom landing page right here. Archiving the class does not delete the class. All it does is it just pushes it in a separate section. The section looks very similar to what you see here in the classroom landing page. However, they're all kind of just hazed out. And so I'm not going to archive this class, but instead I'm going to share with you where the archive classes go. So if you hover to the very top and you see the little sandwich or the burger, the 3 little lines, we're going to click on that and we're going to scroll all the way down. And you should see a button that says archived classes with a box and an arrow pointing down. Click on that just once, and as you can see here, this is my archived classes section, and it says archived classes on the top left. You're in the right place. Notice how everything is kind of hazed out a little bit. You have that little lines going across the title of each of the classes. These are all classes that I've taken part in, and they're archived. So if I wanted to restore a class, for example, my Digital Learning Academy Cohort 2, if I wanted to restore this, I would just hover over the 3 little dots, the little snowman, and I would click Restore. By clicking Restore, I do get this little box that says you and your students will be able to interact with this class again. This class will be shown in Classes and in the Classroom menu. What this means is that the students that I have, or in this case, the teachers that are part of Cohort 2 for Digital Learning Academy, when they go to their classroom.google.com, they're going to now see this populate back in there for them because I've restored it, okay? So I'm going to restore it. I'm going to click on Classes, and I'm going to look for that specific class. And as you can see, it is now at the very top. So my restored class is here. I have access to it. My students have access to it. Everything that's here, from the classwork to the recordings that are embedded in here from cohort 2, they all have access to everything that's here as well. Okay, so everybody is in this class again. It's not until I archive this class that it gets hidden from them. Okay, so if I click on the three little dots again and I archive it, I get that same little box, and I'm going to say yes, I do want to archive it, and it gets pushed again to the very bottom in my archived classes there. Now, this is my archive classes section. If I want to delete a class from here, this is where I can delete. So you can delete your classes only when they're archived in the archived section, okay? Now, I will tell you that if you delete an archived class, it is deleted forever. We cannot retrace it, and we cannot restore a deleted class. We can only restore an archived class, okay? So if I click on the three dots here, notice how it says restore, but then it also says delete. So if I delete, it is forever, forever, and we cannot restore it, okay? So just be super mindful of that, okay? If a class is deleted, I will say that it is done permanently. However, you still have access to your class files in your Google Drive for your students and for you. So your students can still see the files, their projects, everything like that if the class is deleted in their Google Drive. And the same thing for you. But as far as bringing the class back once it's deleted, we can't. However, once it's archived, which in this case it is, we can bring it back, okay? If you're still a little bit confused with archiving classes, deleting classes, all of that, please reach out to me. My email is jegarza@lfcisd.net. You can also contact my tech ninja, Renee Garza, at regarza@lfcisd.net. We're here to help you along the way, okay? Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. It's fall, y'all. Bye.